All right. Hey. Well, today we will challenge our negative thoughts and assess them. Okay. So, welcome to Creative Soul Vibes. Often, our irrational negative thoughts are the results, from our depression, poor self esteem, and anxieties. So, even when receiving a lot of positive feedback from others, whether from friends, family members, or coworkers, it can also cause us to form negative thoughts or, thoughts about ourselves because some of us, you know, some of us will actually take one criticism, out of all the positive feedback and blow that one negative totally out of proportion. Okay. We will totally just negate all of the positive things that were said. I know I've been guilty of it, and a lot of us are. So, you know, um, we're so used to, um, I guess you would say, pleasing, you know, um, having all of the positive feedback that our irrational thoughts about our performance will dictate how we feel about ourselves. So we certainly can use some info on how we can, find and create a balance within our thought processes or processes. Excuse me. Yeah, I was trying to get this going today because I really want to put out something every, like once a week. But hey, I'm a work in progress. So, but thank you for bearing with me too. So, uh, where was I? So, we can work through, our negative energy, our negative thoughts, by challenging our irrational thoughts, and by challenging our irrational thoughts, we can actually change them. Okay, but but only if and when we uh, we are open and willing to do so, because I mean, I actually speak with people who um, suffer from depression, and I mean, like, profound, not just generalized depression, but they also, have suicidal thoughts. And one thing for sure, if you need to see a therapist or, any mental practitioner, and you are prescribed medication for your condition for temporary or for a lifetime, maybe for some, you know, you have to do that for yourself, right? Things are not going to change unless you become part of the change that you want to see. And that's for yourself as well as for the world, that you exist in, your community as well, environment, wherever. So you have to actually take initiative to make that change in order to see some improvements and actually see what you want to see. Um, so some people enjoy, the familiarity of feeling and thinking negative. I mean, like, if you're one of those persons or people that feel this way, and you just want to step up, show up for yourself and be honest today, hey, put that in the comments. And then let me know how this art as therapy exercise worked for you. Okay. Like I said, I admit, I was one of those people. I constantly have to work on what I'm sharing with you now. It has gotten better. I see and know, and other people have noticed it about me as well. And so, you can help yourself improve whatever area of life that you desire to have improved. Okay. So once again, some people enjoy the familiarity of feeling and thinking negative, but this isn't you, right? But if it is, it's okay. That's why you're here. And we're going to work through it today. So, well, a couple of things to get clarity on before we jump into today's fun and exciting self-discovery is understanding what does irrational thinking or irrational thought mean, because I feel like you need to have clarity on the meaning of this and the context of which it is being explored today. So one good definition I caught was according to betterhelp.com. In some cases, an irrational, let's see, let me grab my notes here. And in my, I can't even get it out. In some cases, an irrational thought may be an intrusive thought, which is a thought that repeatedly enters our mind, something that causes us, extreme distress. For an example, you may worry about, you may worry that you do something against your moral code, okay? Even though it doesn't align with your values, okay? So that's when you realize that you're not aligned with, your thoughts are not aligned with what you're wanting. Your thoughts and your actions are not, they don't line up. This is also a condition of dissonance, but that's another subject. Okay, so whereas irrational behavior is making impulsive decisions, engaging in risky behavior, or failing to consider the long-term consequences, right, of one's actions. So a lot of times teenagers, youth are known to do this more so than adults. However, there are plenty of adults who live their life haphazardly in this way. So in some cases, irrational behavior may be a result of, it could be a result of mental health issues or other underlying psychological conditions. What triggers irrational thoughts, it could definitely be a psychological condition, a mental illness. It could. You never know. If you're concerned about it, though, we do have sources and resources out here that can provide you clarity, to help, guide you along this path of understanding whatever it is that you are going through mentally, stressing and anxiety and even anger, right? Thank goodness for that. So most often, though, it is because of anxiety, all right? And we know that anxiety is really a form of awfulizing. It's really when we once again take things and blow things out of proportion. We awfulize them. We conjure up thoughts that we allow our minds to conjure up thoughts of something happening that is not happening, or it perhaps never will happen, right? And maybe we do this because something has happened in the past that was similar to what's going on, and there was a negative outcome. And so now we just apply this to every little situation that seems similar to that one, okay? But either way it goes, it's an irrational thought. And it causes anxiety. So Irrational thoughts can also be triggered by specific mental health conditions, like I said earlier, especially anxiety disorder or psychotic disorders. And so, according to verywellmind.com, the the mental illness of irrational thinking on a scale from mild to severe. Okay, so for some, irrational thoughts turn into what is called false beliefs, which, by the way, I do have an ebook out now titled Uncovering Belief Systems. In the life coaching industry, that term, we use the acronym BS, right? Yeah, but it's belief systems. And well, I really highly recommend, along such a topic as this, to get that, and it'll be in the description box. It's a really short read. It's straight to the point, and you're going to get a lot out of understanding your belief systems, because your BS, your belief system, is that which may be holding you back. And we are not often aware of our belief system that is holding us back from experiencing life and creating and living the life that we truly desire to live, right? Which can cause us anxiety just thinking about it, right? It can cause a bit of anxiety just thinking about it. Oh, check it out. Yeah, I don't know if you've seen the video where we create our vision. It's a really great, I love that particular video myself. I use this almost every day. I do have some powerful law of attraction type of phrases and everything in there. And so every day I will pick one out, or every other day I will go and pick one out and read it and kind of meditate on it. It's a great exercise. I hope you try it out. I really do. So now, if you feel strongly that your belief systems are unshakable, once again, I really encourage you to just get the book. It's going to help you out a whole lot, even without evidence to support them. A lot of people have belief systems that, they have no proof of these things being true, but they choose to believe them anyway, right? So and a lot of times, your belief systems may make you very delusional. Okay, so delusions may be present in like the psychosis, right, or as a positive symptom of schizophrenia. Hey, it goes that deep, all right. But according to verywellmind.com, it's important that you connect with the tools and resources that are readily available to you, such as this video and the links and resources that you will find in the description area. So as a holistic life coach, I specialize in cognitive behavior training and techniques. That's CBT for CBD, which is cognitive behavior disorder. All right, because I, in my early mid-20s, I was diagnosed as having cognitive behavioral disorder, and it is something that every human being experiences it, but there are some who experience it a bit deeper than others. Just like similar to depression and anxiety, there is a generalized kind, and then there are others where you may need a bit more assistance to help you regulate and control it. So, um, so what I do now as someone who has that experience personally, as well as have been trained in the area, so I provide the tools for, generalized depression, anger, PTSD, and a bit more. So, make sure you read the description area to, to continue to make our connection and get connected to the sources and resources that's going to help you, right? And that's why it's so important also to actually share this kind of information too, okay? Because wow, so many people are dealing with mental disorder, and a lot of people are not even aware that this is what's happening to them and with them, as well as to and with their loved ones. So once again, I do have a plethora of tools, sources, and resources for you in this area of mental health. So if you ever believe you could use a bit of help, depending on your level, of mental health needs, please reach out. And if I can help, I will. If I can't help you, I will direct you to the tools and sources and resources that can. Okay. All right. So now, if you are a subscriber, thank you for subscribing. Thank you for my few subscribers right now. And but if you guys watch any of my videos and you enjoy them, please like, and please feel free to comment and share. It really helps a lot, and it's really like gold to me. It's very encouraging, and I really appreciate it. Okay, so let's take a couple of deep breaths. Hold it at the top. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let it go. One more time. Hold it at the top. Breathe out. And this time we take a deep breath and let this be a nice big one, a big deep one in your chest and in your belly, from your chest and your belly. Take it in. Hold it at the top for about 4 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let it out. Yeah. All right. Put your right hand over your heart and repeat after me. I love myself. I respect myself. I value myself. And I am here for myself. Awesome. Because truly being showing up in life for yourself and being here in the world for yourself is not a selfish thing. I believe one of the reasons why people are having such faulty relationships today is because they do not understand the importance, the value, the benefit of self-love. When you love yourself, you are better able to understand what makes another feel loved, and what and why, a person love language is what it is, because you have your own love language as well, right? So it's just important. I just had to put that out there too. All right. And this is part of showing yourself self-love as well. Okay, this is certainly part of it. So why do we say such things before going into our mindful projects? Because we want awareness to be present. As we step into doing something that is geared towards helping us create our growth mindset, and which will ultimately, once again, from my perspective, is here to help you reach your perspective of success. All right. So let's get ready. Your steps. Step 1. You're going to take a sheet of paper with or without lines. All right. So here's my sheet of paper. I have, it's just typing paper, right? Now what you're going to do is you're going to write at the top, challenging negative thoughts, as I have written at the top here. Okay, you see that? Challenging, I can't even get my paper together. Challenging negative thoughts. That's going to be at the top. Then you're going to fold that paper in half, like so. Okay. And on one side of your paper, you're going to write the words negative thoughts. On the other side, you're going to write challenging irrational thoughts. Okay. Now you can choose to use color if you want to. It's up to you. It's fine. Okay. I just love the color green. Anyway, so all right. So on the negative thoughts side, you're gonna write as many negative thoughts you allow yourself to have. Okay. So for an example, perhaps a negative thought is, I am not good enough, or I am not good enough for such and such and such. It could be a person, place, or thing. You could, something like no one likes me. I have nothing to offer anyone. I'm too fat for this. Whatever negative or not so good feel thoughts that you have, you're going to place them all on your negative thought side. All right. Now, and you can pause the video to do it, or you can continue to just, watch and, I don't know, play it over at, at the start of the project. It's up to you. All right. So on the other side, you will challenge the irrational thought. Okay. You want to challenge your irrational thought. So what this looks like is, well, yeah. Okay. So what it looks like to challenge your irrational thoughts is it's a lot of questions, right? Well, it's not a lot of questions, but the questions are very pertinent to helping you to navigate through your negative thoughts in order to work through them. And so on your challenging irrational thoughts across from your negative thoughts that you've written, you're going to ask yourself and answer, you're going to answer it in the challenging irrational thoughts. And your first question is there substantial evidence for your thoughts? Okay. So if you have a negative thought that I'm not good enough, then what makes that so? So you want to challenge that thought and say, well, I must be good enough because, I don't know, I have a degree. I must be good enough because I have more people that like me than not. I must be good enough because I won such and such award. You understand? So that is how you will challenge your irrational thoughts. Okay. So your negative thought will come in and you will list it, but you will also counter it by saying, okay, well, honestly, what makes me good enough is this, that, and the other. All right. And I'm not saying that this is an easy exercise for a lot of us, because it's going to take some thinking. It's going to take you to want to see the good part of yourself. And if we've been conditioned, not to see those good things about ourselves, it is hard, to discover the things that can challenge those negative thoughts. But I tell you, another way that if you are having a hard time with this particular exercise in challenging your irrational thoughts, you can always, if you know someone, close, a friend or loved one that you get along with, and it can even be a coworker or what have you. But you can always ask someone if they would just take, a few minutes of their time and to give you, I don't know, 1 to 5. So you have 1 to 5 positive things that they see about you, that they themselves have experienced about you. Okay. And this is not about you rejecting what they are saying to you. If you find someone that you can ask to jot down 1 to 5 things, 1 to 3 things, about something positive that they see about you, take that, right, and utilize that. But and that way it's help for you to challenge your negative thoughts. Okay. And so if you take that question to, it could be your mom, it could be your dad, it could be your sister, your auntie, it could be your best friend. I don't care. Okay. But it's just that it's someone that kind of knows you on a friendly level or deeper, right? And, let them give you a few things that they believe is positive about you, right? Maybe they like your cooking. Maybe they think that you have a lovely smile. Maybe they think that you're very smart, intelligent, witty, creative, right? Any of that, take it, okay? And put it in your challenging irrational thoughts section, all right, across from your negative thoughts. All right. So once again, that first question is there substantial evidence for your thoughts? And if so, actually, if there is substantial evidence for your thoughts, you can actually write them in the challenging irrational thoughts section as well. Okay. Because what you're going to do is you're going to continue to challenge that evidence. You're going to challenge that evidence for each one. You're going to bring in all your thoughts over here. Whether they're good, bad, or indifferent. I hope that makes sense. So is there evidence contrary to my thoughts? Okay. So if there is evidence contrary to your thoughts, then you're going to write them over in the challenging irrational thought area. Now, these questions are going to be in the description box as well. Okay. So don't worry about it. I should have put them down here as well. But anyway, they'll be in the description area. And then another question is, am I attempting to interpret this situation without all of the evidence? Okay. So, yeah, I think that's how that goes. Yeah. Okay. The next question would be, what would a friend think about this situation? And then the next question would be, if I look at the situation positively, how is it different? So if you looked at the same negative thought in a positive way, then how does that differ in your mind? How do you see yourself at that point? And then will this matter a year from now? Or how about 5 years from now? Would your negative thought matter, in the next year, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 years from now, right? And so, once again, this is just one way of doing it. You can also simply, you want to keep it as simple as possible. And that is just to simply name your negative thoughts. And then you want to put over in the challenging, irrational thoughts, you want to challenge that thought by listing your more positive aspects of yourself. So you can keep it as simple as that. And then the questions will be in the description box, and you can use your journal, to answer the questions, the challenging negative thought questions there. All right. So it's 30 minutes already. I really hope that makes sense to you. Oh my goodness. Like I said, this is not necessarily really an easy exercise to do, but once you get the gist of it, you probably will want to do it more often, right? Because it actually helps us to uplift ourselves and to get that negative energy that's creating these negative thoughts out of our head. All right. So yeah, that'll do it. All right. And I hope you enjoyed this one. I really would like to know what your thoughts are. Like I said, make sure you check out that description box so that you can get the fullness, the instructions and all of that, in the appropriate way to do this. Okay. Please support, like, share, comment. Really love it. Hey, and make sure you check out the books. The books are awesome. I try to write ebooks that are straight to the point, and you can read them practically in one day if you wanted to. And I'm always open to constructive criticism. Let it be constructive, right? Please let it be constructive. Okay, and how to get in touch with me and all that good stuff is going to be in the description area as well. All right. All right. So thank you so much. Peace, love, and light.